So I heard a lot about this movie called Animal and about how violent it is and so forth. So I decided to watch it. And I watched it in the Star Mall in Gurgaon. Uh, I'm not a movie expert, I'm a software engineer instead. So, you know, I'll not do this review, so called review, in terms of critical analysis, which you might be used to. But I would only tell my unstructured opinion as a layman. And I would not rate the movie either. I'd just tell you my thoughts. So I would really just tell you how I felt about the movie in general, and I would narrate my feelings from the scenes which I was impressed with. So, so people are making it about father and son misplaced love and so forth. I did not think so. I think really it's nothing about that. It is really about a person, uh, who is simply trying to protect his family. And what's wrong in that, I say? Uh, we'd also like to protect our sisters and parents and brothers, sometimes at excessive costs, wouldn't we? And I really think what people are missing is how terrible a family feud can be destructive to the peace and harmony and prosperity, even if you have all the money in the world. That, I think, is the core message which I got from the movie instead of some father son misplaced love. So, really, I think that is a message of the movie which everybody is missing out. The family feud. Coming to the fight scenes are really cool, and I love the scene when Ranbir Kapoor goes single-handedly with the axe in his hand, killing out all the bad guys single-handedly, and the rest of his team members who are gunned, who are actually carrying guns in their hands. They're just singing Punjabi hymns apparently, and that's a very classy scene, I think, and that's an artist's vision of violence, and looks very impressive in movies to evoke emotions. Nobody would do that, of course, in the real world, but we want to escape from the real world in the movies, don't we? And that's what movies are all about, isn't it? The scene where Ranbir Kapoor brings out the big gun is also cool. Uh, Seems to be inspired from KGF 2, where the character Rocky brings out the big guns, and I really love both of those scenes, both in Rocky 2 as well as in Animal. Uh, and a lot has been talked about Bobby Deol as well. No doubt, Bobby Deol looks impressive, but I think the media has overhyped his presence. Any other hefty actor would have done probably the job as well. I think so. Uh, but what I did not like is that enough time was not spent on explaining Bobby Deol's character to the audience. The reason he hates Ranbir's family, for example, the motivation of his enmity. It is briefly explained in the movie, but not enough. If it would have been explained, I believe, in some detail, uh, then it would have chilled the audience even further and would have added to the character of the movie itself. But, well, nothing to take away from the director. I think he's done a fine job. And finally, the role of Mandana, that's what the heroine is called, isn't it? Mandana, and she, as Ranbir Kapoor's wife in the movie, that's a role very well enacted. The chemistry between the two acts, I thought, as a very good buffer in an otherwise very intense movie with a lot of blood and gore. And of course, Anil Kapoor has played a very mature role without any overacting. Overall, I would say that the movie is worth watching. You would not regret it. So go ahead and watch it. Don't listen to anybody. Uh, just go ahead and watch it. And I'm already looking forward to the sequel of the movie, which I believe is called The Animal Park. So overall, happy with the movie. It's time well spent, money well spent. It was a good entertainer. I came out of the movie theater, feeling overall energized and thinking about the movie and so on. So go ahead and watch it, guys. All right, that was my review. Bye for now.